coming this way!
What have you done?
Let's make it a night to remember. Now,
Let the hunt begin.
Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny together. Don't deny me. Embrace me.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
I'm gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
I did bring these. Wu Tai's famous DeChow beans. Eat up. And here you go.
You look about ready to die of boredom. Wanna play Fort Condor?
Or Condor?
At long last, Wu Tai's finest deigned to join us.
That was Scarlet, Director of Advanced Weaponry. It was one of her machines that killed Melfi!
Allow me to present the latest innovation in Shinra battle armor.
What the?
This'll be a memory to cherish for the rest of your lives. All 30 seconds of them.
Dare you stand in my way?
What in the...
Let the games begin.
This is just wrong.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
How do we even know the girl will be among us?
Our kind do not question orders, we follow them.
Sergeant, let's summon their icon. Icon? That thing's a bloody mountain.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily. This will be a bitter fight.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this. Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
What does it matter? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not?
Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
So, I sent in the Dragoons. Imperial Vipers.
Do they really mean to invade us?
It's the Archduke's son.
The Phoenix.
Joshua! Stop this!
Second knife on a fire. But that's impossible.
The legacy of the crystals. Has shaped our history. I'll kill you. If it's the last thing I do.
I'm Ella Valinska. Today, I am super excited to finally announce that I play the lead character Frey in working title Project Athia, a brand new IP from Square Enix and Luminous Productions about a young woman in a beautiful yet threatening world. The development team has been working super hard to create this remarkable journey, and it's been incredibly exciting to be a part of it. Frey is a character I immediately connected with when this project was first brought to me, and I've had so much fun working with the team to bring her character to life in performance capture and voice recording sessions. While we're not quite ready to reveal everything today, we do have a sneak peek at a brand new scene from the game and the final name to share. So please enjoy.
Hide.
Is that a motherfucking dragon? Is it gone?
Yes, and we should leave this place as well.
With that thing out there?
They're definitely hiding something.
Alex, be careful.
When I moved to Haven Springs, I hadn't seen my brother Gabe in years.
Alex! It's just so good to see you again. Welcome to Haven.
This place is pretty sweet.
I'm glad you two met. Is this dude my best friend?
And this dude hands me the best beers?
Alex, right? I'm Steph. I didn't realize...
that we all knew you were coming?
For the first time in years.
Well, what do you think?
I love it. I really let myself believe.
Welcome home.
I don't know what to believe now, except Gabe is dead.
This one's for you, Gabe.
Hearing everyone talk about my brother, about the life he had here with all of you, I lost the chance to have that.
What happened to Gabe was a senseless, tragic accident.
It wasn't an accident.
Son, now is not the time.
Alex? Are you okay?
No, they're definitely hiding something. What happened here?
Haven's a community. We help each other.
Alex, be careful.
There's something you should know about me. I know what other people are feeling. I can see these auras around them. If they're angry or sad or afraid, I feel it too. When I focus, I can even understand why they're feeling it. And if somebody's feeling something big, it infects me and I lose control. I've never told anyone. But now I can find out what's really going on.
You'll need help.
I've got your back.
Dr. Rappaccini, I read your proposal, and I must admit, I'm disappointed. You have the men. You have the tech. All you need now is me. Full-scale invasion. So, you get me the army. I'll get you the vibranium. Sincerely, Claw.
Avengers, with me!
I'm all set. It's go time! More trash for the heap. Feel the burn! Exquisite timing! We got this! You've got the wrong vector! It disappears! What do you think? Not bad! Okay, we got this. You've got the wrong vector. Whoa, that worked! Keep it constant. Disappear! You've got the wrong vector. Great job. It's over. We've got this in the bag. Feel the burn! Disappear! Yes! Got it! You've got the wrong vector! Disappear! Exquisite timing! Perfectly balanced. Oh, this is gonna be easy! Now! Hey, dude.
Whoa! Gotta focus.
So what are we thinking here? Come on, think! Oh, this is gonna be easy! Feel the burn! Ain't no stopping us now!
Could have been worse.
Attack! You... Disappear!
Absolute trash.
You've got the wrong vector.
That was perfect.
Was that cool or what?
Not bad, I'd say.
You've got the wrong vector. Say good job.
That's over.
Let's keep it going. All together now. No sweat for Fred. Perfect timing.
Nice word, Jason.
Gotta take out the trash.
I might have to recalculate.
It's over.
So far, so good.
Let's keep it going. Feel the perfect timing.
That was perfect. So far, so good.
Let's keep it going. Feel the burn. What do you think?
Not bad.
Are you ready for this? Yes, got it. We're on a roll. Let's keep it up. You've got the wrong vector. Say good. Yes, got it. We're on a roll. Feel the burn. You've got the wrong vector. Is that cool or what?
Not bad, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
Not that bad.
Perfecto.
You'll regret this.
Whoa, that worked.
Okay, we got this.
It's over! Was that cool or what?
Not bad, I'd say.
I'm getting pumped!
How derivative!
Alright, we won!
Ha! Naturally.
wants a piece of Frey? Don't get careless.
Time to take out the trash!
It's got a good grip!
My advice? Don't get grabbed.
But if you do, we'll lend a hand! Perfect timing! That was perfect! Let's end this! Was that cool or what? Not bad, I'd say. What's it doing?
Getting ready.
For what? Nothing good! Come on!
Why do I
Hang
even
in
bother? Stupid pretzel!
You're done for! Exquisite timing! We got this! Ain't no stopping us now! Nice! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Perfect timing! That was perfect!
Too many cheese for you? Time to take out the trash!
Was that cool or what?
Not bad.
Keep your eyes on me! There he goes again! What do we do?
Change our coordinates. It's that, or get crunched.
To fray, its land rent by tooth and claw.
Are you all right? I can look after myself, you know.
And I've had enough of this rot.
Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate. The hour is come, creature. It's all or nothing. disdain to play their part. You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh. Secrets to tell. Take care, my friend.
So, Charlian would keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Of fate. Green blades, dark and light. Tolling the coming of the end.
You've lost so much, but the time has come to reclaim it. Don't worry. Mama's here to help.
All right, let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job! What's wrong?
I'm fine. What about the timer?
Your call, Merc. Pretty cocky, ain't you? You double-crossing!
Heads up!
What in the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh? Hell yeah! You see the damage I did?
Keep it up. Now. Take the lead.
Yes, it's my turn.
I got this. Keep it together.
Gotta win this one for the play.
It's on you.
Time for a serious ass. Don't stop till
Leave
it's
it to me.
The hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius? All right.
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both.
Less talking, more shooting.
How about less myth from you? You got this!
Shit. Deal with that.
Guess it's my turn. God damn it! This thing is tough!
It wouldn't be much of a weapon if it went down easy.
Don't compliment the giant scorpion!
Gotta heal up.
Yeah, I'll do it.
My turn. Now, hit it hard and fast.
Oh, you're in for it now!
Just shoot!
Asshole! Give him hell!
Hang back. No holding back. Come on. Focus and find a way.
About damn time! You're up!
Let's do it. Try this. That's it. Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Bring it home!
Here we go.
It's wide open! Light it up! I'm waiting. You got this!
Hang back. Get ready.
Want some more? Bring it home!
Take it. Got him the rope. No holding back.
Hey, it's doing that thing again!
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again.
Here it comes. Take the lead.
Yes, it's my turn. Hey, man! Don't stop now! Give it all you got!
Need to heal up soon. Try this. It's on you.
Oh, hell! What's it doing now?
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you.
Gotta time our attacks just right. Hold out until you spot an opening. Here we go. Shit. No holding back. Need to do something about these wounds. Take the lead.
Need my help. When I get my chance, I'm gonna blow this bastard the hell up! And that's a problem!
All the time. It's down! Rain hell on it!
Ain't gotta tell me twice!
Here we go. There goes another. Now's our chance to do some real damage. Alright. It's not gonna go down easy. Focus!
You focus, soldier boy! You ain't gotta worry about me missing my shot! Shit, the ball!
20 minutes until detonation.
You hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've gotta move.
Where should be covering our way?
So that thing, that's a whisper too, huh?
Looks a lot more like an arbiter of fate than the others.
We can beat them. What the? I think it's coming this way.
What have you done?
Let's make it a night to remember. Now, let the hunt begin!
Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny together. Don't deny me. Embrace me.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
we're gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
I did bring these. Wutai's famous Dachau beans. Eat up. And here you go.
You look about ready to die of boredom. Wanna play Fort Condor?
Or condor?
At long last, Wutai's finest deigned to join us.
That was Scarlet, Director of Advanced Weaponry. It was one of her machines that killed Melfi!
Allow me to present the latest innovation in Shinra battle armor.
What the?
This'll be a memory to cherish for the rest of your lives. All 30 seconds of them.
Dare you stand in my way?
What in the...
Now, let the games begin.
This is just wrong.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
How do we even know the girl will be among us?
Our kind do not question orders, we follow them.
Sergeant, let's summon their icon.
Icon? That thing's a bloody mountain!
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily. This will be a bitter fight.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this. Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
I am Joshua's shield. I am sworn to protect him.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
What does it matter? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not?
Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
So, I sent in the Dragoons. Imperial Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
It's the Archduke's son.
The Phoenix.
Joshua! Stop this!
Second icon of fire. But that's impossible.
The legacy of the crystals has shaped our history.
I'm Ella Valinska. Today, I am super excited to finally announce that I play the lead character Frey in working title Project Athia, a brand new IP from Square Enix and Luminous Productions about a young woman in a beautiful yet threatening world. The development team has been working super hard to create this remarkable journey, and it's been incredibly exciting to be a part of it. Frey is a character I immediately connected with when this project was first brought to me, and I've had so much fun working with the team to bring her character to life in performance capture and voice recording sessions. While we're not quite ready to reveal everything today, we do have a sneak peek at a brand new scene from the game and the final name to share. So please enjoy.
Hide.
Is that a motherfucking dragon? Is it gone?
Yes, and we should leave this place as well.
With that thing out there?
They're definitely hiding something.
Alex, be careful.
When I moved to Haven Springs, I hadn't seen my brother Gabe in years.
Alex! It's just so good to see you again. Welcome to Haven.
This place is pretty sweet.
I'm glad you two met. Is this dude my best friend?
And this dude hands me the best beers?
Alex, right? I'm Steph.
I didn't realize
that we all knew you were coming.
For the first time in years.
Well, what do you think?
I love it. I really let myself believe.
Welcome home.
I don't know what to believe now, except Gabe is dead.
This one's for you, Gabe.
Hearing everyone talk about my brother, about the life he had here with all of you, I lost the chance to have that.
What happened to Gabe was a senseless, tragic accident.
It wasn't an accident.
Son, now is not the time.
Alex? Are you okay?
No. They're definitely hiding something. What happened here?
Haven's a community. We help each other.
Alex, be careful.
There's something you should know about me. I know what other people are feeling. I can see these auras around them. If they're angry or sad or afraid, I feel it too. When I focus, I can even understand why they're feeling it. And if somebody's feeling something big, it infects me and I lose control. I've never told anyone. But now I can find out what's really going on.
You'll need help.
I've got your back.
Dr. Rappaccini, I read your proposal, and I must admit, I'm disappointed. You have the men. You have the tech. All you need now is me. Full-scale invasion. So, you get me the army. I'll get you the vibranium. Sincerely, Claw.
Avengers, with me!
I'm all set. It's go time! More trash for the heap. Feel the burn! Exquisite timing! We got this! You've got the wrong vector! It disappears! What do you think? Not bad! Okay, we got this. You've got the wrong vector. Whoa, that worked! Keep it constant. Disappear! You've got the wrong vector. Great job. It's over. We've got this in the bag. Feel the burn! Disappear! Oh, yes! Got it! You've got the wrong vector. Disappear! Exquisite timing! Perfectly balanced. Oh, this is gonna be easy! Now! You got the wrong vector! Monkey friend disappear! Golden! All right, we won! Hey, dude. Whoa!
Gotta find the 5 that speak to you.
Yeah.
So when you come in with a smaller roster like Square is, it really is, do you like Marvel? Do you like, well, if you don't like these things, then maybe we're not for you that time around.
I mean, you know, it could be a marketing strategy. They might be like, hey, this is all we're doing, and we might see more.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I'm definitely in the camp where I like being kind of like, let us, you know, like what's coming, what are we going to see? So they have been a little bit tight-lipped, but and they're like, hey, this is the docket, but we'll see.
Who knows?
Right?
Anything's possible. It's E3, baby.
Yeah,
it's
E3, baby. Who knows?
People do lie to us at E3 quite a bit.
That's right.
And so if
What
they have something
are you
else
talking
out there,
There's one thing I've learned is that E3 is a place for deception. It's like it's like an Among Us lobby before Among Us was even a thing. So that's you know.
That was a good comparison.
Sure.
Thanks,
There you
guys.
go.
Appreciate it.
Okay, I guess
I'm smart.
Here we go. Look at this.
I'm smart.
Oh, we're 16 seconds out. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time
now,
break.
without further ado, here's Square Enix Presents.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Matt Mercer here, and I'm back as your host of Square Enix Presents. Today, we have a special E3 edition of the show for you, with new game announcements, updates, and exciting news from our studios across the globe. So let's kick off with the world premiere of a brand new game from Eidos Montreal. We hope you enjoy the show.
I am so proud of you. Do you know what a birthright is, Peter? Something that's a part of you. Like your name.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No, Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork.
So we got fined. We appear to be 6,963 units short. I know, we clearly need a plan.
If you see anything with claws the size of Drax, let me know.
We got this! Drax, roll! No!
Monster! I'll show you, monster!
No! We disrobe!
Keep your pants on.
Although, it could be used as a distraction. Smash him up, Drax! Meet your maker! We're all professionals here, right? Maybe we can work something out. Peter!
You had one job, Quill.
I did exactly what? More no-killing teammates!
Says who?
It's literally in your contract! I made no such commitments.
In less than 3 cycles, all would be lost. The galaxy cannot be saved, Peter Quill.
We can do this together!
Fucking great, Quill!
Star-Lord, right?
It's Star-Lord. Oh, crap!
No, of course I will. I'll call you.
Hi, my name is Olivier Proux, senior producer here at Eidos Montreal. For the past few years, we've had the privilege to work on our version of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and reimagine it into a single-player, story-driven, third-person action-adventure game. It's our own fresh take on the Guardians, and something that's really unique to our game is that you get to be Peter Quill. As Star-Lord, you're constantly in the middle of the action as you try to lead this band of misfits. But today, I'm really excited to have all of you join us on this journey, and you'll hear more about the game from our team behind this project.
Right, let's do this!
I've always loved Marvel's cosmic characters. Growing up as a kid, I read them, enjoyed them, loved them. I had the opportunity to write for Marvel on some of their cosmic titles. I went back with the help of Bill Roseman, the editor, and kind of cherry-picked characters from Marvel's past.
The opportunity here was to build a team, but to make it all underdogs, so that the reader would think, oh my gosh, how is this team going to survive?
And that became the Guardians of the Galaxy comic, which we loved working on.
I remember the first time that the Marvel crew came to Montreal, we were showing them the design of the characters, how they would look, and they stayed silent. I don't know if it's a minute, but in my head it was a minute. I was like, oh my God, like they hate it.
We realized how much that Marvel and Eidos Montreal share and have in common, and that we knew the Guardians were in perfect hands.
Looking at the samples that Eidos were kind enough to show me, I think he's fantastic and absolutely in the spirit of what these characters are.
What makes the gameplay experience unique to me is no matter in what phase of the game you are, whether you're in exploration or you're fighting, the Guardians are constantly around you and you never feel alone. While you're the leader, the Guardians will also challenge you and make decisions on their own, and you will have to adapt to it.
You are literally part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The decisions you'll make will have lighthearted to haunting repercussions, and the game will react to what you do and say.
Gamora, no killing teammates!
Says who?
It's literally in your contract! I made no such commitment.
You are playing as Star-Lord and you're using your blasters and you're using your jet boots.
Star-Lord is really empowering. He's very agile on the battlefield. He can slide and over with his jet boots. Of course, he has his elemental blasters that have different powers as well. And on top of all of this, he can use the unique abilities of his Guardians.
We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No!
The story is about a group of misfits, the Guardians. In our world, they've been together for less than a year. They create something on a small scale that looks insignificant. And as they progress through the story, they discover that they created something really big that threatens the galaxy.
There are a lot of very interesting villains in the Marvel franchise. And when you're starting to work on a story like this, you get to get your pick of which ones will make the best for this story. That gives us the opportunity to bring in some that are well known, but some that are also not all that well known.
What Eidos is getting so right about them is capturing what it's like to be a misfit family. They're also bringing an amazing imagination to it. You're going to see planets and characters that are going to blow your mind.
Interpreting it in its own way, I think, makes it feel incredibly fresh and exciting. It's not a matter of trying to replicate the comic or trying to replicate the film. It's trying to take the medium you're working in and make the best version of Guardians out of that.
They made it fun. They made it rock and roll. They delivered everything you would want in a Guardians game.
$37 units?
We appear to be 6,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill.
I know. We clearly need a plan.
What about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
holding out on us.
My figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in trouble. Then you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
I will sacrifice your head.
And take us to the majestic mountains of Kakarantara.
Guys! I think we should hear out Groot for once.
You know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster.
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
They say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather.
We're flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far. That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender.
Good! We've already got a beast! All that's left is the merchant part!
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume!
There is no such thing! Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't bode so good.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there! Never seen anything like it!
Meteorological suicide is what it is!
Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking!
Hey, Stormlord! We ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
I face more than enough hardship. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, Feeble One.
We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine. Go forward! Whoa!
Everyone okay? We should have gone to Maku 4. I would be wary, Rodent.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little...
It's not alone! Get ready!
What are these things?
They are amorphous vermin.
Shoot first, questions later!
Drop them, Gamora!
This won't hurt! Much!
Smash them up, Drax!
Meet your maker!
Steel Boy's enjoying this way too much!
This is the local fauna!
It's about to be an endangered species!
Groot! Hawkeye time! Oh, you, Rocket!
Time to go boom!
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Should we ask them for directions?
I'm thinking maybe they are directions.
Oh, like a signpost or something.
I'm not saying it's an arrow with the word fortress on it, but statues suggest civilization, and the only settlement I saw when we were topside
was Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Dead end. That's just great.
It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do you not have time to dawdle in this jungle? I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face! Put me down!
He'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax, throw him.
No!
Very well.
Peter?
It's okay. He'll land on his feet. Ooh. I guess that only applies to cats.
You sons of sharks! Scut-busting ass!
I am not familiar with these words. Order the beast to do its job.
Rocket, come on, man!
Ram it, dash face!
Fix the bridge and we'll raise your cut by 5%.
I want 10.
Okay, deal. Thanks for the bridge, Rocket.
If you even think of pulling that scud again.
Hear that?
Guys.
I got it.
These creatures are perfect predators.
Stop cheering for the murder monster!
Somebody's having fun!
You are my prey.
Keep it together, Doc!
Bad dog! Bad dog!
We've got the numbers!
How did you count all that teeth? That dog was a huge predator!
Avoid the mouth, dodge the tail, slice the ear!
Is anything on this planet not trying to kill us? Guys, huddle up! Already missing the jiggle jellies!
They keep moving around!
It is past time, my blade.
Don't get too close to that mouth!
This guy barely feels it!
Yeah, I smell it too!
Come on, we got this!
Perhaps these were sent by Lady Hellbender.
Well, she can keep them!
How come monsters are never friendly? That is definitely in my top 10 fortresses.
Peter? Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, right. The cage.
The point of even getting the Flarkin thing was looking like we mean business.
All right, Rocket. Time to put on your monster face.
I only got one face, Quill.
Are you sure about this, Peter?
Look at him. You better have one hell of a sales pitch.
Maybe Gamora's right. We should try selling Groot instead.
Really? This is an affront to democracy.
I just think that we might need Rocket on the outside for this one.
Yeah, we noticed.
You want to make that call, then you better not mess this up.
You hang tight there, bud. When the time comes, I'll get you out of there. Rocket style if I gotta.
Drat. Gamora, can you help me with this? What? Why?
Rocky, what are you doing? Who's the monster now?
Guardians of the Galaxy. How many times do I have to kill you? The audacity that you thought you could rob me. Dweller, feast upon them!
Now we're going to revisit two iconic brands that are being remastered for modern platforms. First up, relive the classic games in the Final Fantasy series, and then get one more peek at Legend of Mana ahead of its June 24th launch. Up next, Earth's mightiest heroes continue their fight to defend the world in Marvel's Avengers. The team at Crystal Dynamics is excited to share the latest updates with you, including new mission types and a growing roster of heroes.
Avengers, secure that super weapon at all costs.
Cosmic energy is building up.
30-second counts, people. Keep it moving.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
You're out of your depth, Avengers.
Shutting you down, Monica.
The world doesn't need Avengers. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
There is no end to these clones. You don't understand what that cube is capable of.
I applaud your efforts to connect with your roots, but as a man who has seen 3 Black Panthers fall, I must warn you of a few things. Many eyes follow the path you are about to walk down.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around, now say the same.
You just wanted to show off your suit.
They all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
It is Claw.
Vibranium doesn't belong to you.
You are right. Vibranium does not belong to me. It belongs to Wakanda.
Look at me now, you can't hold me down. So give me the crown. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like.
Now it's time to give mobile players a quick look at some of the games that will be available in the coming months.
Good evening, 426. Our intelligence reports a new threat to global stability. Their reach is unlike anything we have seen before. Following Agent 47's disappearance, you were selected because of your remarkable skills. Execution must be perfect. We will strike from the shadows, and they will never know what hit them.
A sad and beautiful tale that echoes throughout eternity. The first mobile entry in the Nier series. Nier Reincarnation.
Today, the team at Platinum Games is giving you an exclusive look at the epic world of Babylon's Fall, featuring fluid combat, powerful weapons, and a unique art style.
Built over 1,000 years, it was meant to be a tower of dreams. But for 1,000 more, it was seen as a tower of ruin. Persevering through fire and ice and the coldest of winds, eventually the tower became a symbol of unrelenting ambition. That tower's name is Babylon.
Does the savior of Neo Babylon stand among us? Let's find out without further ado.
If I'm to die, then I'll die for hope, for what little hope there may be.
Seen through the veil at last, have you? We're all prisoners of our subjective reality. Believe only what you see, and you're like to end up seeing only what you believe.
Naught but two paths lie ahead. Ascend to the heavens above the tower, or fall like this one now before you.
Now begins its tale of both hope and despair.
プラチナゲームズは本当にアクションという部分に関しては世界屈指のデベロッパーだと思ってますし、ニーアオートマタでそれが証明できたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
ニーアオートマタのアクションをもっと楽しむためにどうしたらいいかって選ばれたジャンルがハック&スラッシュでしたので、このゲームのコンセプトは端的に言うとニーアオートマタのアクションでハック&スラッシュというジャンルを楽しむということになります。
もちろん1人でも遊べるんですけど、4人でダンジョンを攻略していくゲームになります。
コンセプトについては、プレイヤーが途切れない目標に向かって、アクション、追い求め続けることができると。プレイヤーは、ストーリーを追いながらダンジョンをクリアして上層を目指していくと。入手する装備や素材を集めて自身を強化してカスタマイズしていくと。
ゲームのスタイルとしては、オーソドックスなハック&スラッシュという形ですね。ただアクションがスキルや強い力を引き出すためのトリガーになっているところがポイントかなと思ってます。
プレイヤーの背中についているギデオンコフィーというのがかなりキーアイテムとなっています。それによって、遊び方とかカスタマイズの方向性っていうのも変わってきます。
ハイファンタジー感というか、その上品さというところはすごい意識してくれっていうふうに言われましたね。カートゥーンチックにならないようにというか、リアルに本当に存在している人たちがいるかのような感じは意識しました。
このゲームは運営型のゲームとして開発しています。発売後も定期的に新しいコンテンツを提供する予定です。
ようやく皆さんに改めてこういった形で発表できたこと、本当に私たちも嬉しくなってますし、まさにこれから開発の佳境になっていくので、精一杯頑張っていきたいので、皆さんも引き続き応援よろしくお願いいたします。
Now let's check out the next major entry in the popular Life is Strange series, True Colors. The team at Deck 9 is ready to give you a deeper look at Alex Chen's psychic power of empathy. But first, here's a look at the Life is Strange Remastered collection.
Feels so weird to be back. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
What do you remember about us as kids?
I think about us as little pirates, running and jumping through Arcadia Bay.
We are awesome!
Come on, let's dance! Or take my picture with your new camera.
We both got scars and it's so hard to
That's Rachel Amber. After my dad died and you moved, I felt abandoned. Oh, good, you're here. Rachel saved my life. She was my angel. Something happened to her. We have to find her, Max. Holy shit. Max, what's going on?
No! Whoa. I discovered I could reverse time.
What the hell is this?
Max, help!
Whatever's going on between us is special.
Step back before you regret it.
Get in, Max!
Then I realized I had a choice and the power to change everything. Arcadia Bay is on the edge of disaster. Time to change time.
Whatever happens, I'll always have your back. Always.
Hi, I'm Maya, also known as MXMTune. I'm a musician and the singing voice of Alex Chen in the upcoming Life is Strange True Colors. I hope you enjoyed that first look at official gameplay from the Remastered collection. As a longtime fan, I know I did. You can see the love and care that Deck 9 have put into remastering both Life is Strange and Before the Storm. This collection features improved character animation, lip sync, and visuals, breathing new life into these two beloved games. Back in March, we also revealed the next major game in the series, Life is Strange True Colors, a small-town supernatural mystery. Alex Chen must uncover the truth behind her brother's death, using her psychic power of empathy to unravel the shocking secrets of Haven Springs. Today, we have a first look at Alex's unique power in action. Here's game director Zach Garris for more.
Alex's psychic power of empathy is integral to the story of Life is Strange True Colors. It impacts every relationship she builds and every decision she makes.
Never thought I'd have a freaky empath friend.
For years, Alex has been unable to shut out the strong feelings of others, the fear, sadness, and anger of those around her, leading her to believe her power is a curse. In the wake of Gabe's death, Alex realizes the only way she can find the truth is to embrace her power.
I can't believe this is happening. And the only way to understand is to feel what he's feeling.
From the very start, you can use Alex's power to focus on brightly colored auras to gain an insight into people's emotions.
Gabe was too young. Just too young.
These valuable insights deepen Alex's relationships with the folk of Haven Springs, as well as sparking new dialogue options and events, as here from a scene very early on in the game.
You're gonna lose her. You're gonna lose her, and it's all your fault.
Alex has uncovered a secret that Mac wants to keep hidden from his long-term girlfriend, and now he is terrified that Alex will reveal it before he can talk to Riley.
She is the best thing that's ever happened to me. So please, help me out.
Mac's telling you a whole lot of bullshit.
Listen.
Thanks for telling me the truth, Alex.
Are we still together?
Are you serious? I need to get back to work.
Sure, Alex, we'll get out of your way.
When Alex encounters a particularly strong aura, she can reach out to actively connect with that person's emotions. This generates a nova, a supernatural flare that transforms the world around Alex into a reflection of that person's psyche. In this altered, emotionally charged state, Alex can experience fragments of thoughts and memories to get to the root of their issue. But not every emotional crisis can be easily dealt with. Some carry a dangerous, even life-threatening amount of power.
He's dead!
I wish I were too.
No decision is easy, and the consequences will be felt across the game.
This anger could kill her. What if I could just take it away?
Using Alex's power is the only way you can uncover the truth behind her brother's death.
What would that do to her? What would it do to me? And even if I can, should I?
How far will you go in pursuit of that truth? The choice is yours.
Alex's powers look so awesome. I have no idea how I'll make some of these choices, but I can't wait to play it with you all when it comes out on September 10th. Don't forget, you can pre-order Life is Strange True Colors now. And if you choose the Ultimate Edition, you'll also receive the Life is Strange Remastered collection. And that's it for today. Make sure to follow the Life is Strange social channels for more.
And now, we are excited to unveil a brand new title from Square Enix Japan.
I'm here to kill Chaos. That's my mission. Looks like Chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I only know one thing. I want to kill Chaos. We need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger. Thirst.
Move aside! You're dust!
You sure Chaos is here?
Yeah, they can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the Shrine of Chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down.
Feel the pain!
The darkness is so thick I can taste it. This is it. No doubt.
Die already!
There was a knight who left on the same journey as you, but never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Chaos.
I'll crush you! Know when you're beaten!
And who are you? We're here to kill Chaos.
The prophecy's very own Warriors of Light.
Real.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
It's Garland!
No. I become Chaos.
I'll leave you with a look at some of the amazing Square Enix titles you can play now, as well as those to come.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
I'm gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
Thank you for joining us today. Keep an eye out for news about our next Square Enix Presents. I'm Matt Mercer. See you next time.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the GameSpot post show for Square Enix Presents at E3 2021. I'm Lucy James, joined by Phil Hornshaw.
How's it going?
And Timur Hussein.
Not everyone needs to have a press conference. I'll say it again. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, okay? Send an email.
I don't think that was as bad as Gearbox. I think it started strong and then it just definitely derailed a little bit, but we'll talk about it. We're here for the next half hour or so, breaking down what we saw as a part of the Square Enix Presents just now, and as well we have so much more lined up for the rest of the afternoon. You're going to want to stick around. We've got more from Back for Blood, as well as the Future Game Show and PC Gaming shows. So, you know, I guess you could call this day 2 of E3, but this is the big one. Lots of stuff to talk about, but let's talk about what we just saw as a part of Square Enix Presents. Let's go from the top. Let's go from Guardians. So we talked about it in our pre-show. It's been rumored for a long time, finally made official today. I'm glad that they kind of had it right off the bat, because it is coming out much sooner than I think a lot of people anticipated, but it's coming out in October. So the Deus Ex team, unfortunately not making another Deus Ex, but they are working on Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Phil, what did you think of this one?
I'm into it. I'm a big Deus Ex Human Revolution fan. Mankind Divided less so, but you know, I like what it seems like Eidos Montreal is doing here with the sort of story-based focus and the over-the-top humor. Like, it really feels like they're nailing that tone of what people like about the Guardians of the Galaxy. So it seems like it moves really fast. It seems like it has a lot of fun character moments, and you know, sounds great to me. That's exactly what I like about Deus Ex, and looks like it's mixing together those elements really well.
Yeah, and especially because it has this sort of choice-based gameplay as well. I like the fact that it has kind of telltale-ish elements too. There's the point where Drax is gonna throw a rocket over a bridge, sort of thing, and there is the sort of rocket. We'll remember that coming up in the top corner, which I kind of liked. I think after Marvel's Avengers coming out, I don't think anyone really anticipated them going just the strict single-player route, but they are with this one. It's like a full, complete story. Tam, you're my comics guy. This is an original story, but they're taking some well-known and lesser well-known Marvel characters in this one. Who are you excited to see?
Honestly, like, I'm most excited to see the actual team. I mean, I was gonna say the actual team members of the Guardians, but then forgetting that Cosmo was shown in there. Cosmo, the Soviet dog who's got telepath abilities, which is just an incredible pull for that team to grab. Cosmo the dog actually becomes a member of the Guardians, if I remember correctly. So I don't know, maybe the chance. I hope. I did speak to developers behind the team, behind the game, Eidos Montreal, and I asked, like, hey, so are we going to have other Guardians joining? Because Mantis was shown briefly and Cosmo was shown, and they were like, they weren't really clear about it. And I was like, I don't know, man, dog in combat would go down pretty well. And they kind of just smiled and looked at me. So I don't know if it's going to happen, but I've got my fingers crossed for Cosmo in the actual playable role. But yeah, it's looks like like general impressions of the game, my preview of it is up now on GameSpot.com, hit video game website. And the thing that I kind of try to drive home is it feels like the polar opposite of Marvel's Avengers from Crystal Dynamics, where that game came out and it kind of stumbled out of the gate. It didn't really know what it was. People were like, is this a single player game? Is this a multiplayer game? What the hell is this thing? And it was hard to tell for what it was for ages. Whereas this game, it came out like kicked the door in. They said exactly what it was. We knew exactly how it's going to play, and it's got confidence and it's got a self-assuredness that the Avengers game just absolutely did not have. And I think that went a long way in winning me over. I think I end my preview by likening it quite a lot to Insomniac's game. When Spider-Man came out, it was like they had the swagger. They know exactly what they were doing and they were confident in what they were putting out there, and that's what this kind of feels like. It feels like it's closer to Insomniac's Marvel games than Square Enix's own other Marvel games, or something like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite from Capcom, which was a bit rough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super intrigued by the fact that they are telling their own story, but they are obviously pulling from all over in the Marvel sort of universe. I mean, you've got Lady Hellbender in there, you've got, like you said, Cosmo and Mantis. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see some kind of much more famous faces. But I think as well, the thing that's really intriguing, and I saw a lot of chatter about it online, is that like, oh, they're not using, you know, the Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista likenesses. They're kind of airing towards more of a comics thing, but then people are complaining that they haven't gone too, like, they haven't got swung too far the other way, which is like, wow, there's no middle ground there at all, is there? But I'm intrigued by it. I really like that they're picking from all over, because they're kind of picking up on music as well. Like, music has always been a huge part of Guardians, and the fact that they're having that licensed soundtrack, because just like Tam, I also spoke to the developers, and you will see that interview as a part of Play For All later this week. But yeah, like, they're picking up on the music, and they get to cherry pick from all over Guardians lore, I suppose, which is very exciting to me.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, I feel like the smart thing to do is to not tie yourself too closely to the MCU versions. One, because, you know, you're just setting yourself up for failure. Once you start looking like the character from the MCU, people start thinking, why doesn't it sound like that character? That's not what this character would say, etc., etc., etc. And you just, like I said, you set yourself up by failure by trying to evoke too much of another version of that character. And it just makes more sense for Eidos Montreal to define their own versions of the Guardian. I, for one, think the designs are really cool. Like, I really love the way Gamora especially looks. She looks incredible. And Rocket and Drax looks good as well to me. I think the only weird thing that people are probably getting caught up on is Peter's hair, but you'll survive. Don't worry about it. You'll live.
Yeah, and I think as well, I mean, gameplay-wise, that's the bit where it looks very, very fast and frenetic, which on the one hand can be a good thing, but I worry about sort of getting a bit lost in it. Like, maybe it's just because I'm playing Mass Effect again at the minute. I'm playing Mass Effect 3 at the minute, and I'm, you know, you have squad mates who you control and you can micromanage, and time slows. And I worry with a HUD like that, with the UI, the way they have it, it reminds me a lot of like Dragon Ages, where like there's no wording next to whatever that power is. It's just an image, and I'm gonna have to remember that for 3 other or 4 other members of the Guardians, and I worry about how that's gonna be to play. But I do like the fact that, you know, like there's a stagger meter, and you can have this kind of big sort of finish, like showstopper at the end, I suppose. Phil, what did you take away from the gameplay?
Yeah, so I'm wondering like how independent the other Guardians actually are. Like, that was kind of the impression that I was getting from talking with Tam and stuff. It's that you're a member of the team, and like you're giving orders, but you're not necessarily controlling everybody. So yeah, like to your point about how those icons are going to work and how all those powers are going to work, it seems like it could be okay if it's not super micromanagey, and if you're just like, Drax, do a Drax thing, and then Drax handles it, right? And so you're worried about Peter Quill, and you're utilizing each of the teammates at the right time, potentially, but not necessarily have to think about what everybody's squad power is all at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that all works.
Yeah, so for me, like the way I thought of it in a lot of ways is Marvel versus Capcom. As always, fighting games are my reference point for most things, but it felt or looked like it could function a lot like the assist mechanic, where you control one character while fighting, and then you tap a button, and all that happens is your backup character jumps in, does a move, and then jumps out. And you use that based on what the attack is to control space or create a juggle situation, that kind of stuff. And it felt like it was kind of moving towards that, where, you know, you've got your Peter doing these attacks and that kind of stuff, and you know, oh, there's a character there that I'm almost like done with, but I need them to not run away or anything. So, you know, you tap the Groot button and Groot like does a long range attack to keep them locked down in place, something like that. So it feels a lot like they're kind of like there to behave on their own, and you use their special abilities to your benefit, which if it does work like that, I'm really intrigued to see how good it feels and flows, because it feels like you would, like I said, like that feels like a Platinum Games idea, and I do wonder whether Eidos Montreal can pull it off with the same kind of slickness and kind of like flow to it that I would want out of it.
Yeah, totally. And I'm holding reserving judgment until I actually play it to see how it all feels when it all comes together. I'm genuinely very not even cautiously optimistic. I am very optimistic about this game. I really love the look of it. I love the soundtrack got me. I think whenever I hear Joan Jett, I immediately am like, okay, I'm in. So that's Guardians of the Galaxy coming out later this year, coming out in October, so not very far long to wait at all. After that, we got the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster.
Ooh, it's gone down like a lead balloon.
Yeah.
I mean, you can basically, the sentiment, here's how to explain the sentiment. The Square Enix USA Twitter account has changed its status to private, so you can't follow it or look at it anymore.
Square USA merged to Square Enix. Like, they just got rid of that Twitter account,
Are they gone? Everyone is tweeting.
Gone.
I'm like, oh god, what is happening? Is Square Enix okay? Is anyone like relaxed right now? Because holy shit, that stuff is going down like a lead balloon. I think the main issue with it is like it's mobile and Steam, and I don't know, people went in expecting way more out of a kind of reworked Final Fantasy promise. That I think it's the general sentiment, I think, for fans of Final Fantasy is, why do you keep doing these classic games, which are some of the best, so dirty? And it doesn't make any sense why they keep doing it. Like, it's really devaluing the historic impact of Final Fantasy. Some of those stories remain the best Final Fantasy stories to exist, and they somehow both screw up putting the original versions of those out or remaking them into something better. I wish I could like grab someone at Square Enix and shake them and be like, please stop abusing your own franchises like this. They deserve better.
But you can't. I mean,
No,
it's
I can't.
that announcement has not gone down very well. I think especially because they're not going to be on Switch, which everyone seems to think is a huge misstep. So kind of understandable the sort of anger behind that one. We also had a new trailer for Legend of Mana coming out June 24th. So not very long to wait at all for that one. Marvel's Avengers. Now, Phil, have you played any Marvel's Avengers?
So I played a whole lot of Marvel's Avengers right up until like 2 weeks after launch, right? And so I got into it. I really enjoyed that game, especially when it's doing story content. But yeah, I think like just about everybody else, I hit that endpoint and kind of lost interest in the end game stuff, you know, like it's just not enough content to keep you going. And I would really like to get back into it because I really like what that game does with characters, and the synergy stuff can be cool. It's a fun world to be in, and I think that's pretty much its big strength. And so I want a reason to get back in. That's what I'm hoping for with the Black Panther edition and stuff like that. Like, bring me back. I want to come back. I'm right there. I still have it installed. I didn't pop it up.
Yeah.
So
come play with us.
So-
Come play with us.
So we've got the June update, which is the Cosmic Cube, and then a new mission type with Monica controlling the cube. Then there's the July update with Hawkeye, new mission, defeat the Scientist Supreme, and then Summer and Beyond is War for Wakanda. Tam, did you like what you saw of War of Wakanda?
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, it looked like there was a lot of cool things to check out. Again, my question is, how long will that last? There's only so long before, like, the problem, like I said in the pre-show, was the content that they deliver becomes, you start repeating it extremely fast, and it loses its luster very, very quickly. From what I've seen, like the story style stuff around T'Challa and the Black Panther and that kind of stuff is hooking me in, and I'm a sucker for Marvel stories, especially ones set in Wakanda and kind of like far off regions. So I am excited for that part of it. Again, the question is, how long will you hold my attention for this time? I hope it's longer than the last few drops have been. I'm cautiously optimistic about what's going on. They've been dropping like cool skins and that kind of stuff. So for me, it's been a case of, I still have it installed and I dip in and out, but I'm kind of storing stuff up. So when it does launch, maybe I'll go through and get a bunch of skins and do the Cosmic Cube stuff and the Red Room stuff and the Wakanda stuff, and all in one big go. And hopefully that carries me through for a little while. But yeah, I like what I saw so far.
Phil, did you think the War for Wakanda stuff was enough to bring you back? Is it going to be the thing that finally just boots it back up on your PlayStation?
it's definitely the stuff that I'm interested in. It really looks like it's cycling back to that, you know, big story focus kind of idea. And I do feel like that game does that stuff well. It really does kind of have a good understanding of those characters and the way that they interact with each other. And I'm really interested to see that take a new direction and develop more characters, more stories, more villains, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna approach it, I think, cautiously optimistically, and kind of see how other people react to it, see if it really is going to be that draw or not, because, you know, it's kind of an investment to get back in and start leveling up and all that stuff. And I kind of forget how that game works, so I have to like put some time in, you know. You get lost in those live games a little bit. So if it's as cool as it looks in the trailers, then yeah, I'm down for sure. But I'm gonna, I think, have to take a minute and make sure that it's really gonna hit those marks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so after the Marvel's Avengers update, we saw a few mobile titles, so brand new Hitman Sniper game. We saw some of Nier Reincarnation, the Final Fantasy Battle Royale, I think it was that one, coming out this year on iOS and Android. But you mentioned live service games there, Phil, and that's teed me up nicely to talk about Babylon's Fall. It was the game that Tam and I were most excited to see more of today in our pre-show. And yeah, Tam did that when they said that it was going to be a live service game. Tam, go on.
Why does everything have to be a live service game? Stop ruining all the good ideas with live service nonsense. I don't know, maybe it's going to be amazing, and I don't know, like Platinum haven't got a live service game, but oh god, there's just something about the kind of points of failure on a live service experience are considerably more than in a, you know, a standard a standard single player game, or even a multiplayer game, just a straight up multiplayer game. When you introduce live service, the chances of you putting out something that sucks just exponentially increase. Even if you're like one of the best developers around, like Crystal Dynamics is a great studio, like, but they gave themselves a world of problems by making Avengers a live service game. And like, the last thing I want from Platinum is a ongoing multiplayer game that is gonna ask me for money every now and then and make me grind for things every now and then. And just I don't know, like it felt like the rug was pulled out from underneath me. I'm sick of live service games at this. I'm just oversaturated on live service games. They're just everywhere, and I was looking forward to playing a classic Platinum action game. Some of the most, and like between that and the 1-2 punch of very questionable voiceover in that trailer, I was just like deflated by the end of it. Having said that, taking a positive stance, Platinum's mechanically, they make the most replayable games around. Like their action mechanics, they set out a foundation, they execute on mechanics that are just fun from start to game to finish the game. So if they have created good enough core mechanics to the combat that they can sustain an ongoing multiplayer experience, I'll hold my hand up and be like, fair play, you did the good stuff here. At that point, the question becomes, are they going to monetize the crap out of this? And is the grind going to be like unbearable? But I'm willing to give them they've earned the benefit of the doubt at least. Hopefully the combat is good at its core and it works as a live service game. If it isn't, it's going to be on site with Platinum.
So we don't have long before we're going to throw back to the ESA stream for something very exciting. And I did want us to talk about this while we have the time too. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, which has a demo going live later today, which is playable from today, June 13th, until June 24th. We knew of the rumors that Team Ninja were going to be working on a Final Fantasy game, and we saw in the kind of opening credits that Nomura is involved. And I really struggle to. I don't like ragging on games. Like I try not to do that. But the what was going on with that? Like what is their problem with chaos? What's their problem with chaos? Is all
So
I
the thing
wanna
about
know.
chaos
is just chaos is just mind his own
chaotic,
business.
Which means it means you got to kill chaos, and if you don't kill chaos, then chaos will become chaotic, and then you have chaos on your hands, and that means chaos is everywhere, and so you have to fight the chaos and kill the chaos. So in review, chaos is happening, and you have to kill the chaos. So hopefully you will see the chaos and kill the chaos. Thank you for your time in this presentation about chaos.
I mean, yeah, not wrong. Phil, what did you make of Strange? I'm genuinely surprised that the word chaos is not in the title of this game. That's really thrown me off. Phil, what did you make of Stranger of Paradise?
I don't know. I feel like Tam kind of summed it up. It really kind of hit every mark that was in that trailer. No, but seriously, it does. It at least looks fun to play. I don't know anything else. I don't know, like it's a lot of cutscenes, a lot of chaos, and to that point, that's not when I go for a Final Fantasy game. I want to like be engaged in the world, and that trailer didn't really do it for me. But with Team Ninja, at least it looks like you'll be doing cool stuff with a sword and like turning people into crystals and then headbutting them and they explode and all kinds of weird stuff. So to that end, I don't know. I really enjoyed combat in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that looked a little bit reminiscent to the same thing. So maybe it'll be okay. Maybe I'll be into that. If it's mechanically satisfying, that can go a long way, I suppose, to push through some of that dialogue.
Well, I mean, so that's the thing. When the initial sort of words came up on the screen, didn't I say, oh, this has a Kingdom Hearts vibe? Mm-hmm. And then like Nomura was involved, and I was like, okay, I see how this has come together. And that's the thing. It's like when I was younger, I could push through the dialogue stuff. Like, 'cause, I mean, Kingdom Hearts, I'm a huge fan. Like, don't even come for me. I love Kingdom Hearts, but sometimes you just have to admit some of that dialogue's not great. And I think you're much more forgiving of it when you grow up with a franchise, and it's very difficult as an adult who's going to be playing that game to kind of approach it and just sort of agree that, yeah, chaos is bad, man. Like, we should definitely be done with chaos. And so very intrigued to see more of that. And like I said, the demo's going live today, so maybe it was just a bad trailer, and maybe the actual game itself provides a lot more context. But who knows? We'll have gameplay up of it on GameSpot very soon. We're gonna throw to the ESA in a little bit, and then we're gonna have the Back for Blood showcase. Warner Brothers are showing off Back for Blood, and as we got confirmation in the Xbox and Bethesda event earlier today, that's going to be coming to Game Pass day one when the game launches in October. We'll be here afterwards breaking down everything from that press conference, and then later this afternoon we've got the PC gaming show as well as the future game show, and then at the very end of the day we've got Kurt, Jordan and Phil. You're coming back to sort of wrap up day 2 of E3, so please stick around. Now we're going to head over to the ESA, and then, like I said, it'll be Back for Blood. We'll see you then.
Chaos.